Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth throughout faith and sincerity, throughout the four corners of the earth, waking up the hopeful elect. Coming at you with another lesson, blowing the trumpet in warning, blowing the trumpet of warning to the elect, to our people, the Hebrew Israelites, Yasha'Allah, sons of God, princes of God. This lesson is about blowing the trumpet, hearing the word from the messengers of the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So, first verse, first chapter I'm going into is Joel, chapter 2. Joel chapter 2, verse 1. And it reads, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. And the holy mountain is Zion, the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites. And say, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Verse 2, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. Okay, so we blowing the trumpet in truth, letting you know, blowing the trumpet, giving a warning is martial law is coming, race riots is coming, pestilence is coming, the RFID microchip, which is a mark of the beast, is coming. The ICBMs, the intercontinental ballistic missiles, is coming, giving the warning. The whole point is to give the warning. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 7. And it reads, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, talking to Ezekiel, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. Behold, I have made thy face strong as their faces, and thy forehead strong as their forehead. Okay, so the whole point is for to go out and preach this gospel to the house of Israel. Rather they hear forbear to give the warning. Okay, I'm gonna read. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 10. It said, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, all my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thy heart, and hear with thine ears, and go get thee to them of captivity unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them, and tell them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai power, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. Okay? So the whole point is to go speak this word. And what is it about? Joel chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh shall come, for it is not at hand. Okay? the whole point, man, is giving the warning, blowing his trumpet, giving the warning. This is Psalms, because everybody think the Lord coming back, man, with roses, flowers, and candy, man. The Lord coming back to bring fire and a sword. This is Psalms 68, verse 20, and it reads, He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto power the Lord Yahweh belong the issues from death, man. Okay? They tell you in Jeremiah 16, our people shall die a grievous death, man, of grievous deaths. And what's going on is our people don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear the opposite, which is lies. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 9, and it reads that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord Yahweh, which say to the seer, see not, and to the prophet, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. So they don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear lies, man. They want to hear lies, wickedness. They don't want to hear that the Lord is coming back to destroy 2/3 of his own people and all of the heathen nations. They don't want to hear if you don't be a part of the elect, you're going to be put to shame. This is Ezekiel 35, Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 5, and it reads, Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Okay? They say, Ye have not gone up into the gap. They're talking about you preachers, you false prophets. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So you have not gone up into the gaps and told the people the truth that the Lord is coming back only for his elect, and the 2/3 are going to be destroyed. And if you ain't built for battle, you're going to be destroyed. If you don't have the armor on, as it tells you in Ephesians chapter 6, okay, the helmet, the shield, the buckler. If you ain't got your garment on, man, you're gonna be destroyed. And these false prophets, these false preachers, they don't tell the people the truth. Okay, this is Jeremiah 23 and verse 1. It say, woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord Yahweh. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord Yahweh. And I will gather, he said, and I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries, whether I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. Okay? So you false prophets, man, you false teachers who deceiving our people, who scattering the flock, the Lord say he will gather them. This is Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 7. And it reads, how shall I pardon thee for this? The children have forsaken me and sworn by them that are no gods. When I had fed them to the full, they then committed adultery and assembled themselves by troops in the harlot houses. What is the harlot houses? These churches, man. Okay? Where these false prophets at? These churches. The Lord called the churches the harlot houses, man. And I'm going to get a scripture to back that up. This is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 11. It say, woe unto them. This is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 11. Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink, that continue until night till wine inflames them. And how do you do that? Following the philosopher Esau Edom. Okay, you go into these colleges, these theologian schools to get your doctors, these pastors. Okay, getting up early on Sunday morning, going to these churches, being deceived by these false pastors, these false prophets. As I just read to you in Jeremiah 23, woe to the prophets that scatter the flock, man. Okay, he said, woe to the prophets, woe to the pastors that scatter the flock. These who rise up early, okay, early in the morning, they say, woe to them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink, that continue until night till wine inflame them. So, going back to Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 7, when he say, and assembled themselves by troops in the harlot houses. Okay? Who are those troops, man? Esau Edom, man. The one who established all these harlot houses through Roman Catholicism, man. Got our people following that same philosophy that they was teaching us on the ships on the way over here, on the slavery ships, and on the plantation. That same Christianity, Roman Catholicism madness. Our people still following thus this day. This is Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 3. And it reads, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord Yahweh, that swore to slay, and that's going down, man. Esau police, they killing our people in the streets, day in and day out, man. They are killing us off, man, with their swords. Their modern day sword is the guns. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, and this is the 2/3 that's getting destroyed right now. Saith the Lord Yahweh, the sword to slay, and dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. Okay? And on a massive scale, when this start happening, when the fire's gonna be coming down, okay, and the dogs to tear flesh, man, it's gonna be treacherous out here. Soon. This is Matthew chapter 15, verse 8. And it reads, this people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrine the commandments of men. Okay? Starting with Constantine and the Council of Nicaea. Okay? The doctrines of men, the traditions of men, following Roman Catholicism. Okay? This is Isaiah 29 and 13. And it reads, Wherefore the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh shall say, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. Okay? The false philosophies of these pastors, man, teaching our people Roman Catholicism, false doctrine. This is Mark chapter 7, starting at verse 6. And it reads, he answered and said unto them, well have Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written, this people honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for the doctrines, the commandments of men, that Roman Catholicism. For laying aside the commandments of God, ye hold the traditions of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such things, and many other such like things you do. For where ye reject the commandment of God, that ye may keep your own tradition, okay? That you may keep your own tradition, man. This is Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. This is another beautiful scripture that have to come out all the time, over and over. Precept must be upon precept. This is Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Mashiach. Okay? After the rudiments mean the same basic teachings from Roman Catholicism. Our people study, follow the same traditions, the same basic teachings. These false prophets go to these churches, go to these colleges, to these theologian schools, and get these same basic teachings. This is Romans chapter 10. We start at verse 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh shall be saved. Talking about the men of Israel. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? Y'all don't believe in Yahweh Shah. Y'all believe in Jesus Christos. Y'all don't believe in Yahweh. Y'all believe in Jehovah, in God, in Yahweh. It say, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? Showing you that Jesus and Jehovah, Yahweh, is not the Most High in his Son's name. And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? You ain't never heard of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. All you heard is Jehovah, Yahweh, and Jesus Christos. So how can you gonna believe on him that you never heard? Showing you that the Lord name ain't Jehovah or Yahweh, his son name is not Jesus Christos or Yahshua. It reads, and how shall they believe in him whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear them? And how shall they hear without a preacher? This is Romans chapter 10, verse 15. And how shall they preach except they be sent? That's the point. As it is written, how shall you preach except you be sent by the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah? So if you ain't sent by the Lord, not through no school, you can't go teach these scriptures, man. These scriptures ain't for you to teach. You're teaching through the tradition of men, through false philosophies. You false prophets, they ain't blowing the trumpet to you, telling you the truth. The Lord is coming back to bring a sword and fire. Okay? And the slain of the Lord shall be many, as he tell you in Isaiah 66, the 15 and 16 chapter, 16 verse. 66 chapter 15 and 16 verse. The slain of the Lord shall be many. These pastors in these churches are not telling you the truth. They are destroying you through philosophy and vain deceit. This is Hosea chapter 5, verse 15. And it reads, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face in their affliction. They will seek me early. Okay? Until you come to this truth, calling on the Hebrew names of the Most High Yahweh and the Hebrew name of his son Yahweh Shai, he's going to keep his face from you. You are not going to get the understanding because he has blinded you with the truth. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not. So Satan, that spiritual demon Satan, which he got a physical seed in, which is the Esau Edom, the so-called white race, through their philosophies, have blinded you 2/3. It says, least the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of God, should shine upon them. Okay? So if Yahweh Shai don't shine on you with that light, man, you're going to be blocked. You are not going to get this truth. And this is Romans chapter 11, verse 7. It say, what then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Okay? Verse 8, according as it is written, God hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, until this day. So you ain't gonna get this understanding, man. The only ones that have this understanding is his elect men, his elect prophets, his seers, his teachers. The rest of these demons in these harlot houses, as I read to you in Jeremiah 5 and 7, these are harlot houses, man. These churches. The Lord called them harlot houses, man. Because the only thing going on in them is wickedness. Most of them filled with women, and it's all about a fashion show and who sexing who. The truth is not in those harlot houses. Mainly you follow the image of Jesus Christos, the white porcelain god, okay, that was a real man named Caesar Borgia, Serapis Christus, okay, that white image that's in all these church houses with that long stringy dog hair, that's a heathen. The Lord don't look like that. But our people are deceived through that madness, through that wicked philosophy, Roman Catholicism. So blowing the trumpet to give that warning that the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, is on the way, which some people have it now. A lot of people have it now. Race riots and martial law, famine, which is a lack of food, ain't gonna be no food, you're gonna starve, pestilences, and them ICBM missiles. We're supposed to give the warning, blow the trumpet. This is Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. And it reads, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. Verse 2, yet they seek me daily and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness and forsook not the ordinance of their power. They asked of me the ordinances of justice that they delight in approaching to power. So the point is, cry aloud and spare none. Lift up your voice like a trumpet. Because we're supposed to be teaching our people, letting them know what is on the way in its destruction, man. Going back once again to Joel chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand. And the Lord ain't coming back, man, to bring love and peace. Okay? Matthew chapter 10, verse 34, tell you that the Lord is coming to bring a sword, not peace. Luke chapter 12, 49 through 51 lets you know the Lord is coming back to bring fire on earth, not peace. So your pastors are lying to you. With that, I want to say all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, double honor to the apostle and elders, great millstone who rule well, and a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing the truth in faith and sincerity. I hope this was edifying. Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.